Welcome everybody to my newest Let's Play, Dragon Warrior 4 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. This is the beginning of the Zenithian trilogy, Dragon Warriors 4, 5, and 6. They're not as closely related as Dragon Warriors 1, 2, and 3 are, which is commonly known as the Erdrick series. The thing that ties all these together is the presence of the Zenithian castle where the Lord of Dragons lives, the Dragon King. Don't worry though, he's a good guy. He's not the Dragon Lord in the first game. So, there's some unique, there's some similar areas in some of the games, but for the most part, each of these games is a standalone. So, in this one, we have our hero is going to be Cosmo. He is a rat that's prophesied to defeat evil. They said to look for a rat with a tummy button. Well, that's Cosmo. This is a story about royal soldiers of a small country called Berland. One of the royal soldiers is you, Ragnar. Ragnar? We're supposed to be Cosmo! One morning, the king summons all the soldiers to the castle court. Why are we Cosmo? Well, I guess... I don't know. The king will speak to you. Listen carefully. We're apparently Ragnar, but we name ourselves Cosmo. Is there something wrong with the game? Well, we'll find out. Everyone at ease. You must have heard the rumor that children have been vanishing recently. The mothers from Ismit village came to me in tears this morning, begging for help. As the king of this country, I cannot ignore this problem any longer. Find the cause of these disappearances and report to me. Go, my soldiers! And we are the purple soldier there, who looks different from everybody else. Oh, soldier, please find our children. I know they're alive somewhere. And won't be able to catch up with those soldiers who are running away. This is Berlin Castle. They really want to get on their job, so I won't let anyone suspicious pass. Let's go slow, Ragnar. Let's go slow. So, like Dragon Warrior 1, 2, and 3, we'll be wandering around talking with people, gathering clues to solve the mysteries, find out what we need to do to advance the plot of the game. There's a few new things, though, in this one. If you get injured, rest at a town and go to a town and rest at the inn. What are you waiting for? Go now. For long trips, please take along medical herbs. I'm counting on your work, Ragnar. So we'll go around and talk with all the people. Oh, Ragnar, I'm researching something. One of the new things in Dragon Warrior 4 is we can start looking in chests. Like drawers there. Before you wouldn't be able to look and you just search. Well, now you can actually go search inside like closed drawers, pots and stuff like that. And you can get some items, so we'll be getting all of them. 100% in the game, of course, as all the other ones. Oh, soldier, please find our children. They're alive, I know it. We came from Ismit village. Another new thing is, I hear that monsters which only appeared at night are now appearing during the day. Troubling times, aren't these? We don't have to talk with kings anymore to save the game. Now, there's a few places in Dragon Warrior 2 where you didn't have to talk with kings. But in this game, all your saves are going to be done at Houses of Healing. The sky makes me uneasy these days, and those are located in different towns. So, we won't have to necessarily go back to the king all the time to save our game like we did in Dragon Warrior 1, and most of the time in Dragon Warrior 2 and 3. We were just able just to go to any town and save. Just don't fall behind the other soldiers. It doesn't matter, because we're going to be the ones who are going to solve, spoiler, the problem that's going on here. This guy, hey Ragnar, still here? Haven't the others already left for Ismit village? Another thing is, there's going to be doors now that don't require keys. That one does require a key, though. So we have a new command there, the door command. That'll just open up any door that doesn't need a key. Like Dragon Quest 3, there'll be magic key doors. There'll be thief key doors, and there'll be final key doors, like jail key doors. Our king is truly admirable. Welcome back, Ragnar. I see you having progress. You must find the cause of this disappearance at once. I'm counting on your good work, Ragnar. You can record your progress at any House of Healing. Wherever you go, find one, and record your progress on the Imperial Scrolls of Honor. Like I said, there's doors, like the Thief's Key, Magic Key, and then Final Key, just like in Dragon Warrior 3. Just like in Dragon Warrior 3, this game is going to feature a day-night cycle. So the more we wander around outside, as we wander around outside, time will pass. and things will change from day to night. And of course, some new people, new information may pop up during the day versus the night. This guy, he wants to be a rural soldier. If we say he can follow us, he'll follow us, but he's really, really slow, and he doesn't like to stick with us. He's not like an extra party member. In this game, you'll have a lot of times where another NPC will follow you around. Sometimes it's just to complete parts of a quest. Other times, we will get an actual like character who will help us in battle. So that guy says that the king is nice because he keeps taxes low, but unfortunately that means he can only give us 50 gold. We're going to use that 50 gold to buy a medical herb and an antidote herb. At nighttime, these monsters with babbles can appear and they can poison you. So we're just going to get an antidote herb just to be safe. At nighttime, like that one guy was saying, there are more powerful monsters that appear. So at night, that's when babbles will appear. During the daytime, they don't appear. One thing that's changed from Dragon Warrior 3 and 1 and 2 is now there are separate armor and weapon shops. Before, like, weapons and armor sold the same places. Now, in this game, there are separate armor stores, separate weapon stores. Even though they're strong, monsters can't enter towns. Why did the children vanish? And that guy said, hey, want to buy something, go to the front of the counter. Is it true the children are vanishing? I'm not a kid anymore, so I guess I'm safe. Going out the stair command, or like in Dragon Warrior 1. Yeah, they got rid of that in Dragon Warrior 2 and 3. And they got rid of torches in Dragon Warrior 1. So we don't have to worry about torches anymore. We are going to have to go to a cave soon. There's a woman over there who said that the soldiers went to a cave to the west. Like, some doors aren't locked. They can open without a key. And that's where the door command comes in handy. We don't have to select a key from our inventory to open certain doors. Just hit the door command. Anyway, find out something in Ismet Village. We were told that Ismet Village is to the west beyond the cave. We'll be going to that cave in a little bit, but first, like I say, we want to talk with all the people here, get as much information as possible. Flora, my husband Alex hasn't returned from his last trip. Tell him if you see him. Alright, well, we'll go looking for this guy, Alex. Nothing up here. There's not much more to this town. Let's wait for this lady to move out of our way. You're blocking our progress, lady. Here's the weapon shop. There's a weapon shop. What would you like to do? None of this stuff. We don't really have to buy a lot of stuff for this this chapter. Most of the stuff we're going to be getting for treasure chests. This is the castle town of Berlin. Here's our House of Healing. As you can see, we have the ability to save here. Inform is a new command. That basically tells you your stats, like how much you need to level up. So right now you need 12 more experience points to get to level 2. We fight monsters, we get gold and experience. Gold we can use to buy things, and experience, of course, raises our level, which raises our stats. Ragnar reads the signpost. Reports of sighting suspicious people, the King of Berlin. Instantly, we try to read the sign from the other post, they realize they're like, you can't read the sign from this side, so... Here's our first enemies. Slime and Giant Worms are putting up the stats of all the characters. Their hit points, the experience they give, the gold they give, and then the item they can potentially drop. So most of the enemies at the beginning here can drop medical herbs. So, but they're not very common. So, like I said, that's why we ended up buying those medical herb, that medical herb. We got a free medical herb, and we're gonna get some more medical herbs in the next town and also in the next dungeon. But we're not gonna go into that dungeon just yet. We're gonna just walk around here to advance the time so that we can turn it into nighttime, and then we can go back into Berlin Castle there and talk to the people at night. During night, different people come out, and you might get some new information, so... Yeah, head over here to the west, there's that cave, we're gonna have to go in there. If we try to go any further, though, we're kind of isolated. So yeah, this first area here, this chapter, it's very, very small, and it's very simplistic. If you've played Dragon Quest III, or you've seen my playthrough of Dragon Quest III, Ragnar here basically is the soldier class. He doesn't do anything but fight, so he ain't gonna get any magic, so you don't have to worry about, like, spells. He just basically just fights. just has to, you know, basically increase this stuff by gaining levels. So he's a very simple character to learn and master, but that doesn't mean he's not good. He actually becomes a pretty good character. The way this game is structured, it's a unique way. It's broken up into chapters. There's 5 different chapters, and in each of the chapters you play a different hero. And then in the 5th chapter, that's when we're actually going to play as Cosmo, and we're going to recruit all the previous heroes that we had. So we're going to be having, at the end of the game, we're going to have a big, huge party of heroes. So each of these individual chapters with the heroes, different heroes, basically just gives you like a tutorial on how to play as the different characters, and it also helps expand the plot. You will notice that even though all these chapters are taking place in different parts of the world, there's one central plot that's pulling them all together. So we'll see how disappearing children refers to that. So the woman of this house is waiting for her missing husband to return. How sad. Let's see what happens during night. Looks like somebody's trying to court her. How long will she wait? She should give up hope and marry me. Alex will return, won't he? Well, it sounds like children aren't the only people missing. Looks like Alex, her husband, is missing. So we're probably going to head to that Ismet village. Guy's sleeping. There's our inn. Inns, like the other previous games, you spend a little bit of money at them, and you fully heal your hit point and MP at them. Something awful may be happening somewhere. Monsters seem to be getting stronger. But Ragnar here, because he's just a simple soldier, he won't have any MP. So he just has to worry about his hit points. We're closed for today. Come back tomorrow. Let's go talk with his family. See how they're doing. Sleeping. I want to go to the bathroom, but I'm too scared. So one of the good things is, I said we don't have to buy too much in this chapter. One of the things you do want to buy, though, is the wooden hat. It's the best hat that we can get in this chapter. So we're going to want to buy that. Luckily, it's not a lot of money. It's 120 gold. And between fighting the monsters and a treasure chest we're going to get in the next dungeon, we'll definitely have that amount of money. So this is Berlin Castle. They're going to make sure no one suspicious comes in. So you can see there's guards up there. They're blocking the king's asleep. These guards over here are asleep, but I'll talk with them anyway. He's sleeping. This guy. I'll go to sleep. I'm happiest when I go to sleep. Alright, well, have a good nap. A good night's sleep. There's a patrolling guard. He says, guarding isn't fun. Might be a little bit easier than trying to find missing children, missing husbands. Maybe they're all related. Well, we'll find out. But the way you find out answers in this game, like the other games, is just by wandering around talking with people, putting what they say together, putting all the clues together to get what you need to solve the puzzle. That guy just thought about monsters were coming, but he shouldn't be worried about monsters because that one person said monsters can't go into towns. On the overworld, though, random encounters, just like in Dragon Warriors 1, 2, and 3, different tile sets have different encounter rates. Mountains have a higher encounter rate than forests. The lowest encounter rate is plains. So if you're trying to avoid encounters, you want to watch where you're walking. So that guy said something about the weather. Apparently, when monsters ruled the world, the weather was very similar to what the weather is like now. Stay at an inn tonight and come back tomorrow. The king is asleep. Well, we'll be staying at an inn, but just to heal ourselves up. Because like I said, we have a dungeon to go to. Because this is the beginning chapter, dungeons are going to be, very simple, just like how Ragnar's gameplay mechanics are simple. It's just basically like your tutorial chapter. But that doesn't mean that if we're not careful, that we can't be defeated. So we want to heal ourselves up here at the inn, so we have full hit points before we make our journey to that cave to the west. We are told that cave is going to take us to the village of Ismet, and that Ismet may be an area where we can get some information. So when we get into battles like this where there's multiple enemies, I usually try to take out the strongest enemy first, because the weaker enemies are going to do less damage to you, so it's better to get the stronger ones who are going to hurt you more out of the way. The weakest enemy in this thing is the slime, so they're always your lowest priority in these battles. So here's our first cave, the Cave to Ismit. Like Dragon Warrior 2 and 3, when you do a transition between screens, that has the highest chance of encounter rate. I think it's like 33%. And inside dungeons, we can find treasure chests. You just search the treasure chest, then you open up the treasure chest, and you get the item inside. Hey, there's one of those soldiers. Ragnar, I'm on my way to Ismit Village now. If we go north, we just end up in a place. We can go north or left. I'm going left here, because there's a treasure chest over here that we want to pick up. But if we would have went north, we would have ended up to the right of this treasure chest, so we would have seen the treasure chest anyway. But and there's 40 gold, which is basically 1/3 of the way to the wooden hat. And there's a tower over there, but we can't reach it because it's surrounded by water. Here's another signpost. Let's look at it. Ragnar reads the signpost. Do not play in the woods. That's a little clue then. A little bit later. On this part of the area, we can start running into some new monsters, including these demon stumps. They're pretty tough. They hit pretty hard. So you might want to run from them if you don't have like at least 20 hit points, because they take at least 2 hits to hit, and they take off like 6 or 7 damage. So, soldier, please find my child. He vanished like smoke before my eyes. We're gonna buy our wooden hat here then a little bit. That'll help out our defense. Ragnar comes starting with leather armor and a copper sword. This is a school. No way! Where's that kid running? Wait, stop! Let's talk with these folks. Welcome, soldier. I'm teaching now. Perhaps we can talk at night. Is that your clue to come back at night here to talk with this guy to get some information? So, yeah, the game is telling you right away that, hey, you want to come around, talk with people at day and night, because things change. In order to advance the plot, we're going to have to come back here during the night. That's the sequence trigger for advancement. Let's talk with this lady down here. I'm a traveling prophetess. I can see the future. A chosen one will soon appear somewhere in this world. Open up this door here. Because we want to check this dresser over here. Because we have another medical herb. So there we go. Medical herbs heal about 35 hit points. So they're pretty much good for healing Ragnar almost to full. Especially right now when Ragnar doesn't have a lot of hit points. My wife says Poco's playing with some funny shoes and he vanished. So if you're outside, feel free to use one of those medical herbs. We got quite a few of them. We found 3, and then we bought 1. We bought that antidote herb as well. Hey Ragnar, it's you. You came to the village too? The town west of here looks suspicious. I wonder how we can get in. Yeah, we don't have a boat, and we can't swim, so... Well, maybe talk with more people will help us find out. The man in jail still stole some bread. He seems to have lost his memory. He acts like a child. He must have been through a lot. I wonder if that man might be Alex, the Flora's husband. Well, we'll find out. So here's the weapon and armor shop. Armor, as you can see, with the suit of armor. Weapon store has the weapons. We want to buy the wooden hat. We're going to eventually want to buy some of that other stuff, but right now we just want to grab the wooden hat because we're just going to be fighting some weak monsters. So the extra defense that the wooden hat is going to give us is going to help a lot. So got 6 extra defense there just by that piece of hat, just by that piece of equipment, the hat. So there's Ragnar's stats right there. Like I said, he's straightforward. You just fight and fight. Get me out, sir. I was hungry. Took some bread. That's all I did. Sob. All right. Now, it looks like our main thing now to do is to come back, like that teacher said, come back during the night. So we'll do that in our next episode, but between episodes, of course, we want to make sure that we always save our game. Like the king said back in Berlin Castle, we save our games now at houses of healing and the different things. So all you have to do is talk to the healer, ask him to save our game, And just like last game, we want to make sure that once we save the game, you hit the reset button before you start again. Don't just hit the power off, or else you can lose everything that you've done, and that would be a shame. So take care. See you in the next episode. Bye.